We look on Macallan as a world luxury brand, and so the whole feeling, the whole aesthetics, including the floor coverings, had to match that.
From a professional point of view in industrial flooring or resin flooring, this was kind of not something you see very often.
I think when you're working on a project of this size and scale, it's not one individual or one company that actually makes a success of this actual project, and it's always teamwork and how you actually work together with other people.
We needed to increase up to around about 15 million litres with an option to go onward up to 25. The fact that there are two areas was a challenge, so it had to manage to stand up to the rigours of our production requirements and still be aesthetically pleasing for the visitor experience.
In the production areas was our Flowfresh HF LT, the LT being for low temperatures, taking into consideration the environment we're installing and the time of year.
The still houses and stuff were going to be installed before the floor. The original scheme had been to do the floor first, then install the plant, but for time reasons it was done the other way. That presented a lot of challenges in terms of polyurethane flooring systems require saw cuts to anchor it, so every piece of pipe and thing that went onto the floor required a saw cut, so we had to basically almost double up the squad to be able to do that. I think it's probably one sheer size of the floor areas involved. There's 4,000 metres the methacrylate resin quartz floors here. There's 5,000 metres down in the still houses.
During the commissioning of the process area, we've had some real spillages of alcohol, malt dust, caustic, which are all pretty hard on floor coverings, and the floors are still, I would consider, pristine.
But within the actual barrel room itself, we were looking for a product that offered high gloss and also ease of cleanability, and the product that was actually chosen for that was Paran SL, which is a self-leveling epoxy.
The floor covering here had to have a mirrored finish to give this feeling of endlessness of the casks as they're stored here. So that was a real challenge to get the finish we required there, but I think we have achieved it.
An additional product was the Rustique Nature Walk system, which is a resin-bound aggregate, and this was actually used around the perimeter of the entire distillery.
The project director was saying, this is really, we're trying to build a skyscraper on its side in the Highlands, which we thought was kind of cool too.
But the design, the fact it was built into a hill, what we were actually looking to do is bring the outside in and look from the inside out.
Externally, this is Scotland, and in the Highlands it's wet most of the time. The system we were installing, a fairly fast-track system, but again you needed a good few hours after the final coat went on to let it cure, so we did lose a couple of lays just through weather. Doing any external work in Scotland is never easy, but we got there.
We're very, very proud of the distillery now and the visitor experience, where we hope to get around about 50 or 60,000 visitors a year.
Within the tourist routes or the actual internal walkways, the product was used was our Flowfast quartz structure.
Flowcrete recognised as a market leader in resin floors. We were able to match our exact colour requirement we wanted and the specification on the floor.
There's a lot of challenges involved, but I think ultimately we were pretty satisfied with where we got to in the end. We kind of felt something of a feather in our cap, a bit of kind of boasting rights, I think.
I think what makes the project unique is the scale of the project, the actual design of the project, and Macallan is a unique brand.
Not only construct a distillery that gave the 15 million litres, but also was an iconic home for the Macallan.